Welcome back to another episode, another lesson, part two for my creation story. And thanks everybody for tuning in to Pfunk Thinking Right at my YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. You know what we do. Let's go. I left off at when God made the creation before he made man, he stopped at the 5 elements. The 6th element is your boy here. This is Osiris. He's the first God human. Spirit. He represents the spirit in man. This is God in the flesh. This is the spirit now turning flesh. So if the spirit is of God and it in the flesh, which is a human being, what that make the human being? Either man is mortal gods, or gods are immortal man. Anyway, God still is in the equation. That's my point. Okay, back to the whole concept about creation. Once we got the first 5, like I said, I got a song on my chest, Osiris. He was the first spiritual man. Hence, number 6, we did the whole thing. It ain't nothing about no mark and no beast, but every time the story is told through time and generation, it ends up being a bad number. Somebody says, no. Okay, that's what superstition is all about. If you have doubts, if you have ignorance about something, and somebody else have knowledge of it, or think they have knowledge of it, they can tell you what they want, and you won't know the difference. That's what I'm talking about, having knowledge of self. Makes you invulnerable to be tricked, BS'd into something that just really don't make no sense, but because you don't know no better, you think it's okay. I'm here to change all that concept. Get clarity, get understanding, and hold them accountable. That's all. If somebody's telling you something, you got the right to question it. Anything I say to you, you can question it. You can fact find it, whatever you want to call it, but I don't have no problem with that at all. If I had something to hide, and I'd be wondering, well, I sure hope they don't find out that they want to. I ain't got time for that. I don't really have time for that. I'm a teacher. I try to teach the best I could. That's all I can do. Let's go now. Back to what I do. Here we go. Once I saw spirit and man, we needed knowledge, intuition. That was, I said, Isis, y'all know her. She's the intuitive wisdom part of man. Now you got to realize in creation story. Let me give a spoiler alert. All these characters, all these divinities, all these concepts, they reside in you. Okay? So now, try to put them in perspective where how you can use them, how it manifests to you, how you tell me I'm God. Pump your brakes and just listen and pay attention and try to conceive and try to symbolically and metaphorically understand a concept that I'm putting to you. I'm just giving you ideas, views, and concepts that you can use and benefit. Not using, do whatever is going to happen. But I know if you use them, you'll benefit. That's my whole point. No time. That's what I'm giving it to you. Now, here we go. Once we get soul, we got knowledge, guess what we got next? We got set, which is ego. Number 8. Sideways, it becomes infinity. Again, play on numbers. I play on signs and symbols. All this stuff is knowledge. I got all these ideas. I got so much stuff going on. I got to try to keep it compartmentalized so I can keep it in some kind of uniformity so that I don't be all over the place. So I don't be, I got this, I got that, I got story about that, I got a bunch of tidbits, I call them. Yeah, but it's just story and clarity about every situation. They had an answer for everything and pretty much a deity or a concept to suit every situation. Hence, nothing new under the sun. Okay, now, when you got Set, which is the ego, then you have what we call Nephthys. She represents mortality. Physical time and space right here and now. When you recognize we are humans, and we do have an expiration date, that's your mortality. Isis, on the other hand, is on the other side of the spectrum. They the twins. They do dual work as goddesses. They do it here and they do it in the afterlife. They at the judgment day. So they have a pivotal role in everything part of your life. They don't leave. When you're born, you got her. She's there to birth and brick. She's also karma. She's with you throughout your life. Again, thought. You keep it tracks. That's your memory bank. He ain't going nowhere either. You have all these qualities in you. And if you use Osiris and Isis, you can create the Son of God, which is Horus, which is the byproduct of spirituality, wisdom come together. Your offspring will be a perfect human being. Horus was the perfect man on earth. Nobody perfect. Shut up. Again, until you know what you're talking about, you shouldn't say a word. Coming out your face wrong, saying things that somebody, you just regurgitating what somebody said to you. You didn't do no homework, you didn't do no fact find, you didn't do no due diligence, you just regurgitating what somebody said. And please stop giving me scripture. The Bible has no bearings on my spiritual concepts when we're having a spiritual conversation. I don't need scripture from the Bible when I'm asking you a question about what your opinion, what you think about a particular situation. I didn't ask the book, I didn't ask the Bible, I didn't ask Jesus, I'm asking you. Speak for yourself. Anytime you're talking to me, I'm going to tell you what I know, what I found out from doing my homework, what I find to be either what I believe, what I understand to be, or I don't mess with it. Because my beliefs don't carry much weight. My knowledge and wisdom makes everything different. If I think something that I don't know, what that mean? Nothing. If I believe something because I was told it and because I believed it, then all of a sudden this, law don't mean nothing either. So your beliefs don't carry much weight. Knowledge of something becomes wisdom. I have a lot of that. So I ain't just believing, I ain't just conjuring, I ain't just thinking, I'm telling you what I know. When you study, when you live, when you employ, when you use things that you've read, manifest them for yourself, then you can preach about them. You can claim to be a master of it. Why? If you use it, you master it, you become a master. I ain't got no degree. I don't need no degree. I have knowledge. I have wisdom. I have experience. You can take the degree and shove it. Ain't no degree better than the real world. Going to school and being in the classroom, they give you assignments, you do this, you read that, and let me tell you, think about this. Oh, that's education, which is fine. That's what they're there for. Higher education. My education is in life. My mastery is in living. So you can't get that in school. You gotta get it right out here. School of hard knocks. Reality. Understand that. Yeah, that's why I do what I do. Let's get back to the lesson. I got a lot of stuff going on right now. It's hard to stick to the lesson, but I'm going to focus. All right. Other parts of the creation story. Here go another one. Anubis was the son from, like I told you, Horus is the spiritual perfect human being. Now, his big brother, which is the bastard son, and in every story, the big brother always seemed to be illegitimate. Osiris had sex with Nephthys and created Anubis before he had sex with Isis and created Horus. So the story goes, Anubis became the king of the dead, the underworld. He became the embalmer. He became Lord of the dead. When Osiris was still alive, Anubis in the underworld taking care of business, leading the dead to either the chamber of heaven, or they're going to go down and see Amet to devour. So he had a job. When Osiris was killed, and his brother was born he didn't have a problem with that. When Osiris came down to the underworld and became king of the dead, Lord of the dead, after he made his son from Isis, he began the king of the dead. In our time, he would be considered the devil. But he's the king of the afterlife because in order to become like him, you have to pass a few tests. After this life. The test in this life is to live Mayat, do right, because when you get the scale of judgment, you're going to be questioned on these things. So you need to take care of that. And even in death, you still had to go through some tests. So they had this all figured out. Remember, mythologically, this ain't literally saying, well, when I die, you got to be conceptually understanding to conceptualize it in your mind, compartmentalize it, understand it for what it is symbolically and metaphorically. It gives you something to aspire to. Give you something to believe in. If your religious content does that, called dogma, it's called rhetoric. The ancients started it. They gave it to you. What you do with it after they gave it to you, and we done a whole lot of stuff with it since we got it. I'm just going back to the original concept, and I'm telling any and everybody, I've been told, well, man, that's old. That concept, you got to get with the new one. I've been living this concept for the last 20 years, perfecting it to the point where I can exercise it now. And I got to hear about, well, man, that's ancient. That's why I stopped carrying the title Egyptian yoga. I started carrying because it gives a connotation of, man, that old, that. No, my man, I'm just as modern as you are. Maybe a little more because I'm a forward thinker. And the concept I got was already laid out. I did follow it in their work. So don't give me that. We got to catch up with now. But yet you use phrases from the Bible to decide now. Don't play the game with me. It ain't a game. It's just you believe what you believe, and I ain't gonna problem with your belief. I just don't subscribe to them. I listen to them. I hear them. I fully understand them. I just don't subscribe to them. You don't subscribe to mine. What makes yours any different than mine? And they have different concepts, and we have different beliefs. So yeah, I ain't saying yours is wrong. I know mine's right. But you can do what you think is best for you. That's what I do. So that whole argument about, oh, he's right, if you live, act, be, and do righteously, he don't care what race, creed, color, or religion you profess. He don't care. He care about it being pure. That means your heart got to be good. He care about it being righteous. That means you got to live and do certain things on a regular basis. Going to church every Sunday don't make you righteous or spiritual. So that don't count for much. It's one of the byproducts of the criteria that you can throw in. Yeah, I go to church and fellowship every week. My best friend is the minister. I get lessons on Sunday from somebody who I respect what they're putting down. I ain't got a problem with that. I'm not going to let any Joe Blow tell me about religion. No, A learned man, a God-fearing man, and most important, an honest man. See, if you're honest, I ain't worried about you robbing me. I'm a fair, honest dude, so I ain't trying to rob you. So I know what honesty looks like. I can recognize it when I see it. Some of you guys don't look familiar, and you're preaching the word. Don't make a difference to me. I'm not the judge. I don't try to judge. But I am your conscience. My man, if you're professing what you're saying, but you're not doing what you're saying, that's a you problem. That's not my problem. I don't do that, so I ain't got that issue. Back to legend. Once Anubis was born to the world, out of, I guess, wedlock, whatever it was. But it was a purpose, and there's another story behind that too. Like I say, and everything that Egyptians did, they had a story behind it to can define the purpose and the reason behind it. So I ain't just saying, well, just believe what I say, just take what I say. No, you can do a little more in-depth homework. It got a whole bunch of stuff to tell you about every little thing that we do. It's documented, so it ain't a secret. I didn't make it up. I went and got it like anybody else. So when anybody's teaching this, they're going to say the same names. They're going to get the same viewpoints with a little twist here, word change. But it's all the same thing. The other religion, everybody got a bunch of stuff, and ain't none of it matching. Every Egyptologist, every Egyptian study, every Egyptologist who studies and professes Egyptian concepts say the same thing. It don't change. You bring your personality, you bring your own intellect to the lesson, but the lesson is the same. We all study the same thing. We all got the same information. But how we present it and how we divvy it out, that's the difference. That's all. So I don't have no hate for somebody else who's doing the same thing I'm doing, trying to enlighten our people. We're on the same team. I ain't got a problem with you. Your technique, the way you do it, I respect your gangster. I never knock another man hustle. That means whatever you're doing that works for you, I ain't got a problem with that because I got one that I'm doing for me. Mine's is like knowledge, enlighten my people, and doing the best I could with what I got, what I know to be right. I'm going to do what I think is right. That's all. And guess what? Like I said, if I get to the gates and St. Peter said, my man, all the Egyptian stuff you talking, all that good stuff, wrong. No, I tell him, okay, well, which way I go? I'm not going to fight, kick, and scream. Why? I made the decision. I keep telling you, in life, every decision that we make, you should be willing to live with. You should be willing to go to war with it. If I'm wrong about my views and my concept, I ain't got a problem with that. I'll take my punishment. If it's for eternity, so what? Don't make a difference. See? It don't make a difference if you are 100% invested in what it is you're doing or what you believe that you're doing is right. If you have doubts, if you ain't sure, why should anybody else, follow leaders lead by example? That's why I do what I do. Trust me, it's easy to do a whole bunch of jibber jabber. I see a whole bunch of that, I hear a bunch of that, but I don't see too much. Putting in some work, putting in some time, doing what you need to do. That's the behind the scenes stuff anyway. Most of the time you don't get to see that. I'm gonna let you in on the stuff that nobody wants to show you. Why not? If you're doing it, I can't manifest or manufacture knowledge. I can't manifest intelligent intellect without acquiring it, without putting in the work, the time and energy that it takes to do it or get it. It don't just happen. I put work in. When I was doing my show once a week, I spend the whole week preparing for that 1 hour. I come in there with tons of work and don't get through half of it. But I still get my lesson in. I still get my message across because what I'm bringing is already in here. I got the book to keep me somewhere. Like I said, I got to keep that. I got to keep my lane on. I'll be all over the place. What's going on with the stuff in the world? What I want to talk about? What I come here to speak about? All those things is going on right now, and I'm trying to stay focused and give a lesson to get my point across. But I have things I want to talk about during my lessons. I try to slide in there every now and then, so bear with me. Yeah, that's my personal little, technique. Try to give a little bit of something because as a teacher, you got to be informed. You got to stay up on what's going on. I don't want you to think I'm about to touch and just, or you just keep talking about that. But man, I watch the news. I'm in the world like everybody else. I get up every day. I know what's going on. The impeachment. I don't need to get into all that because that's personal. I ain't trying to give you my personal views about stuff that ain't got nothing to do with it. I give you my personal views about enlightenment. I give my personal views about spirituality, getting closer to God, learning how to be the best you can be. That I give you all of that. I don't need to give you my personal opinion about the impeachment process or whatever else is going on. That don't serve you or I no purpose. So I don't get involved in that. That's why I don't do a whole bunch of I come to teach a concept, which is my concept. I know it works. I know it's good. I just need you to tune in and get it. That's what I do it for you.